Ready and action.
네, 안녕하세요. 오늘은 하와이의 아름다운 마우이 섬의 카팔루아에서 세계적인 선수죠. 콜린 모리카와 선수를 이렇게 모시고 인터뷰를 하게 됐습니다. 콜린 모리카와 선수는 가장 어린 나이에, 타이거 우즈보다도 어린 나이에 메이저 2승을 포함해가지고 지금 PGA 투어에서 활약하고 있는 대스타인데요. 이렇게 아디다스 골프 투어의 이 신제품 출시를 앞두고 이렇게 직접 만나보게 됐습니다. Very nice to meet you, Colin Morikawa.
Thank
Colin.
you so much. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, you know there are so many big fans in Asia for you. I guess because you look like us.
Yeah,
Just,
crazy.
and not that big, but you can beat all of the world players. Huh? So there are so many players, especially the junior golfers, for admiring for becoming you. First of all, I'd like you to the self-instruction about who are you and what make you become the superstar in the PGA Tour.
Wow, it's tough. Well, thank you so much. You know, I always love coming to Asia. I've only been able to play in Korea. What was it? 1 year in Jeju for the CJ Cup.
Yeah, CJ Cup.
You know, so I definitely want to make my way over to Seoul. We have a bunch of friends over there that say it's amazing. So, look. For me to become and start as a junior golfer and make it all the way to the PGA Tour and play against the world's best, I think it comes from just believing in myself and knowing that I can do it. You know, it's very hard to have that confidence, but even when you don't see the results, you want to just keep getting better every single day. But there's something about just being competitive. I always made everything a competition, and I think for me, that's how, excuse me, I kept pushing myself to get where I needed to be. So, you know, whether it was competing against the juniors or competing against adults or competing against my coaches, that was the biggest thing for me to continually get better and make it all the way here.
Good. 콜린 선수는 또 이렇게 공부를 굉장히 열심히 하고 그러면서 PGA 투어에서 대단한 성공을 거두었는데요. 그런 밸런스, 스터디와 이런 운동, PGA 투어에서의 활동의 그런 조화, 밸런스에 대해서 한번 질문을 드리겠습니다. Yeah, we know that you started in UC Berkeley, MBA. So we are very curious about the balance between the study and your exercise or the commitment to the golf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I wish I got my MBA. I didn't go to graduate school, so I got my business degree in undergrad. But look, for me, there's always been a focus on academics. I always wanted to understand and learn a lot more rather than just golf, and Berkeley provided that opportunity and that balance between golf and school. They had a great golf program, but also a great academic program, one of the best in the world. So I was able to kind of find that balance in the two. And look, at the end of the day, golf is still a business. I'm still my own business, and I wanted to understand a little bit more behind the scenes. So I've been able to do that, you know, through my studies, finished up, got my degree, and now, you know, I'm able to kind of balance that out, understand the negotiation side a little bit more on the golf side.
Wow.
Yeah.
사실 말하기는 쉽지만은 이 골프는 모든 곳에서 이 밸런스의 게임입니다. 공격할 때는 공격하고 또 수비할 때는 수비해야 되는 그런 이 밸런스를 적절하게 조화를 이루지 못하면은 좋은 위대한 선수가 되기 어려운데요. 사실 이 콜린이 전공한 매니지먼트가 바로 밸런스를 강조하는 그런 학문이죠. 콜린에게 어떻게 골프에서의 이 밸런스와 이 학문 공부를 통해 가지고 배운 매니지먼트가 도움이 됐는지 질문을 해보도록 하겠습니다. Colin, you know the management is a very important the balance between the strong point and weak point, the harmony.
Yeah.
And it's very similar to the golf games.
Yeah.
So what you learned from the management or what you learned from the golf, they can help each other.
Yeah, no, I think it's about building a excuse me. It's about building a good team around you, right? Even though golf is known as an individual sport and we're known to only get the credit for ourselves, I've been able to build out a team, right? So whether it's for academics and you build a team of people to help you understand what you're trying to learn, or the golf swing, where I'm building a team where I have a coach, a swing coach, a putting coach, my trainers, my agents, everyone around me. And then you have your sponsors that you bring along, people like Adidas. Everyone's working to the same goal of me trying to produce the best golf I can be. And when you have everyone working towards the same goal, you put a lot of great minds together, and that's what I've been able to learn out there.
Oh, really? And 그리고 이 콜린 모리카와 선수는 굉장히 어렸을 때 20대 초반에 벌써 그 메이저 우승을 2번이나 차지했어요. 그러면 사실은 그 굉장히 큰 부와 명예가 따르고 또 이 선수들이 사실 그런 부와 명예에 짓눌려 가지고 그 다음에 더 좋은 선수로 성장하는데 어려움이 있을 수도 있습니다. 두 가지 질문을 던지겠습니다. 어떻게 해서 초반에 그렇게 좋은 성공을 거두었는지, 그리고 좋은 성공을 거두고도 이렇게 지속적으로 열심히 하는지 물어보겠습니다. Colin, could I ask, you have succeeded, unbelievable success in that early part of your PGA Tour life, huh? And what made it become possible?
Oh, I think it goes back to what we talked about earlier,
Yeah.
just believing that I can do it. You know, at the end of the day, it wouldn't have been possible without all the help I've gotten, you know, from my parents, from all the friends I've had, and my wife and everyone around me. But at the end of the day, you have to believe that you can do it. And I've always believed that I could do it, especially when I turned pro and started my journey out here. And I've been very thankful to see the results and you know, knock off those wins.
But after having so big success in the early part of your life, then it's going to be just the obstacle. Could be obstacle, but you are very hard to make advance for the golf or for your life. What makes you become so hard for the driving you for the next step?
Yeah, well, I don't really look at it as an obstacle. You know, I don't look at it as something that I have to tackle. It's just something I've got to learn, right? If you continuously think about things in a learning way and want to learn, you know, it's not going to be that hard, and it's not going to be something that you have to overcome. It's just something that you're going to keep getting better at, and you're going to improve yourself as a person. So when you keep learning, it's never going to be that tough thing. It's just going to be something that you're adding to your kind of repertoire and who you are as a person, and that's going to kind of better you forward for when you do have, you know, things that come in front of you that you're unexpected, really.
Thank you. And 우리 또 콜린은 사실은 그 초반에 굉장히 성공을 한 뒤 한 4년 넘게 그 PGA 투어에서 그 우승을 하지 못하다가 그 작년에 그 일본 도쿄에서 열렸던 그 조조 챔피언십에서 다시 우승을 차지했습니다. 사실 그러기가 쉽지 않았을 텐데요. 그런 그 역경을 이겨낸 그 원동력이 무엇이었는지 질문을 드리도록 하겠습니다. Colin, after you big success in the early part of your golf life, but struggling for 4 or 5 years without any the winning the PGA Tour, but last year finally you made it, huh? So what made you it possible? So win the PGA tournament again. What's the secret?
Yeah, well, I didn't win for 2 years, not 4 years. I've only been a pro for 4.5 years, 5 years. So there's that. But no, I like I said, I've always believed in myself. And you know, during the times where I wasn't winning, I was still trying to learn and try to get better. I learned a lot more about my golf game and who I am as a person. So when I did go and win, you know, last fall in 2023 at the Zozo Championship, it was just everything coming together, and it felt that much better because I knew it was there. I just had to put it together for 4 rounds, and the game maybe just wasn't where I was or where I thought it was at the time throughout that little period. But look, that's golf. You know, you're gonna have little ups and downs like he's talked about, and hopefully you can capitalize on the ones where you are in contention.
Thank you. 그리고 콜린은 사실 이 골프에서 가장 중요한 이런 빅데이터를 가장 잘 활용하는 선수로도 알려져 있습니다. 이 골프에서 요즘에 새로운 젊은 선수들이 아주 짧은 시기에 큰 성공을 거두는 배경에는 이제 이 빅데이터를 가장 잘 활용하는 그런 방법들이 포함되어 있다고 하는데요. 콜린에게 어떻게 지금 PGA 투어에서는 그런 빅데이터를 잘 활용하고 있는지 그냥 질문을 드리도록 하겠습니다. 컬린? This century is the year of the big data, and these times the AI is very famous, and the AI or the especially big data help the young players, especially young players, to make a big advance in the PGA Tour. So many people say the big data, using the big data is the key to the early success in the young players in PGA Tour. What do you think of it?
Yeah, it's big. I mean, even when I was growing up, I didn't really have that much technology, but I think you look at all these kids these days and they're using TrackMans and they're using simulators and they're using a lot of the data that you're talking about to improve their game. And that's a big part of why you're seeing a lot more younger players play well so early on, is that they're using these advancements and believing that, look, that's good enough to what the pros are doing, so I can go and do it. But I think a big part is finding that balance again. Just because it looks good on a simulator does not mean you can go translate it and put it out there on the golf course. So, I think you still have to be very creative on the golf course, but having the confidence, knowing what the data is giving you, is really, really key in believing in yourself, and that's a big part of what people are wanting.
콜린 모리카와 선수는 또 이렇게 한국 선수들하고 가까운 사이인데요. 임성재 선수랑 어제 더 센트리 개막전이죠. 시즌 개막전인 더 센트리에서 나란히 공동 5위를 차지하기도 했는데요. 임성재 선수에 대해서 어떻게 생각하는지, 또 그리고 뭐 좋아하는 한국 음식이나 한국 문화가 있다면 한번 질문을 드리도록 하겠습니다. 콜린? I know you are the friend of the Sungjae Im.
Yeah, I love him.
And in the season opening the tournament, the Century, you both, Sungjae and you, as ranked the tied fifth.
Yeah.
So, what do you think of the Sungjae's play as the colleague and friend?
Yeah, it's so consistent. He does everything well. I don't know how he plays so many tournaments. I get tired. He doesn't. But it's so good. He hits his irons very, very well. He hits it very, very straight. Putts it amazing. Yeah, I want my game to be like his.
So next question is about your tour, Adidas Tour 360.
Yep.
So this course, the plantation golf course is very uphill, down hills. So how much important is the golfer to walk around the golf, and what's the good point of the new product of tours?
I mean, this last week at the Century is it is the hilliest golf course we play throughout the entire year. And to know that I have a shoe in the Adidas Tour 360 that is comfortable but also has the performance capabilities of what I'm looking for in a shoe, that's all I could ask for. To know that it's proven out there. A lot of guys were wearing it last week. I was wearing it last week. I've been testing it a bunch for the past couple of months. So we always look for comfort, right? We want it to be comfortable. You don't want a shoe that doesn't feel comfortable. This feels comfortable. It's one of the most form-fitting shoe to your foot. But it has the stability and it has the power. So when you have the stability and you know that you can gain as much power into the shoe, that's what you ask for. So that's what I look for in a shoe. I think that's what everyone wants, a shoe that's stable, comfortable, but also gives you the power to hit the ball far. That's what I'm getting out of these.
Oh, it's very helpful.
Yeah, I'm very happy, very happy.
And my last question is about how long do you expect to play in PGA Tour? And what's your next goal?
That's a great question. Hopefully for as long as I can play for. I don't really know. There's no timeline. Hopefully I can continue to play this for a very long time and I stay healthy and we're able to play well. My next goal is just to win more. I want to win a handful of times this year. I think it's very possible on my end. Just got to play good golf.
Okay. Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much.
오늘은 콜린 모리카와 선수하고 인터뷰를 진행해 봤는데요. 굉장히 스마트한 그런 질문들, 그다음에 굉장히 이렇게 재치 있게 답변하는 모습을 볼 수 있었습니다. 감사합니다. Say hello.
Thank you. Bye.